Greetings, my name is Owen Ryder and I am the author of the Christian book The Hourglass by Owen Ryder. I dare say the most difficult thing to explain to people is that mankind in the world that was here before us, as well as the vast array of knowledge that we know of, is not in fact the beginning and end that accurately explains the existence of mankind and the world he occupies. For as the book of Genesis tells us, we have been created, and how that is even possible has been purposefully placed outside of our cranial understanding. And it is only when we sincerely seek the Creator of all things, in the manner He has chosen, that we can begin to scratch the surface as to what came before us, what presently surrounds us, and where it is all going. In the Old Testament, in the book of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, we encounter a prophet by the name of Elijah. Elijah lived around 900 years before the birth of Christ, and while at that time Israel was divided into two kingdoms, north and south, Elijah was associated with the northern kingdom. Genuine prophets in ancient Israel were actually quite rare and were raised up by God during the times that He deemed necessary, and were quite often a thorn in the side of existing societal norms. Elijah's mentor was another prophet named Elijah, and whereas Elijah was known and focused more on the rural area of Israel, Elijah was better known and focused his energies within the cities, which is where our story originates. Referring back to 2 Kings 6, again we are told that the king of Assyria has made plans to attack the northern kingdom of Israel at a specific location, but Elijah had become aware of this plot and warned the king of Israel, sparing Israel the surprise attack. This greatly bothered the king of Syria, and he confronted his staff as to who among them was the traitor. One member of his group replied that they were not responsible, but that it was the prophet Elijah. The king of Syria then locates Elijah in a city called Dothan and sends an army, including chariots and horses, to capture him, and by night they surround the city. The next morning Elijah's assistant sees the great army and goes into a panic and tells Elijah. The prophet tells his assistant not to worry, and that those that are for them far exceed those that are against them. And he prays that his assistant could see the unseen forces that he is talking about, and soon thereafter he does, in the form of chariots and horses which fill the mountains all around Elijah. In a previous video I shared how a man brought his demon-possessed child to Jesus that he would heal him, to which Christ asks him, "Do you believe?" To which the man's reply is, "I do, but please help me with my non-belief." Even the most fervent believer wrestles with doubts at times, and it is during such moments that we should not be afraid to ask the Lord for ourselves, as well as for others, that He would give us even the tiniest bit of encouraging proof of His presence and protection. By the way, Elijah and his assistant were delivered from the army that was oppressing them, and Elijah's prayer ultimately delivered the Syrian army into the hands of the king of Israel. My name is Owen Ryder. Thanks for listening.